heat internal energy and work. So let us see now, as per the thermodynamics, we will be studying about what is meant by heat, what is meant by internal energy, and what is meant by work. Why do we need to study these particular concepts? The main thing is that we will be studying this concept in order to understand the first law of thermodynamics. In order to understand the first law of thermodynamics, we are supposed to study these concepts. So now let us see what is meant by heat. What is meant by heat? We all know that heat is a degree of hotness or coldness which is supplied to a particular body. When you supply any kind of energy to a particular body, the particular body which has gained the temperature, it depends upon the regarding how much percentage of temperature has been gained or how much percentage of temperature has been lost by the body. That is what we call it as a degree of hotness or coldness. So heat is the amount of energy which is supplied to the thermodynamic system. So it is what heat is the total amount of energy supplied to the thermodynamic system. So we are supposed to understand what happens whenever this heat is supplied to the thermodynamic system. There are some kind of changes which happens in the thermodynamic systems whenever an heat is been supplied to a thermodynamic system, and this heat is denoted by capital Q. It is denoted by capital Q. So now we have understood what is meant by heat, because we have been studying about heat right from the previous classes. Right from the temperature and temperature scale concepts, we have been studying what is meant by heat. Heat, we can define it as heat is nothing else but it is the degree of hotness or coldness. The degree of hotness or coldness of a particular body. If you can understand that particular body is hot, or if you can know that particular body is cold, you can say that the body is hot, the body has having some heat energy, or else the body has decreased in heat energy. So this is regarding what is meant by heat with respect to the thermodynamical concepts. Once if you are aware about this concept, we'll now enter into the internal energy and work, which are very important concepts regarding the heat. Internal energy. Internal energy is nothing else but let me try to explain this concept of internal energy by taking one example. Let me consider if I'm having one container, container or one thermodynamical system in this way. If this is my thermodynamical system and this particular system is filled with gas, this particular system is occupied with gas, we know that if the system is having gas, the particular system will be having the molecules in it. Let this be the molecules which are present in this particular system. So these are the molecules which are present in the gas, and this is your thermodynamical system. And inside the thermodynamic system there is a gas, and gas will be having the molecules in this particular system. Now let us see what happens. Now for this particular system, you will be supplying the heat energy. You will be supplying the heat energy to this particular system. So when you supply the heat energy, what actually happens? Whenever we supply the heat energy to a particular system, then the molecules will absorb the heat energy. The molecules will try to absorb the heat energy, and if the molecules are absorbing the heat energy, then what will happen? If the molecules are absorbing the heat energy, we know that there are two different kinds of aspects are happening with respect to molecules. If any molecule which absorbs the heat energy, that particular molecule will be going through two different phases of its position or with respect to its motion. So now if this is my molecule, if this molecule is subjected to some heat energy, then what happens to this molecule? The molecules will be the molecule will be vibrating. It will be vibrating there itself in its own mean position. It will be vibrating, and that is the one phase or one aspect of this molecule. The other one is that it will be in motion. It will be in motion. The first one, whenever the heat is absorbed or the energy is absorbed in the form of heat, the molecules will be vibrating at its own position, and also the molecules will come into motion. It means that whenever energy is absorbed by the molecules, the molecule will be going through a phase of vibration and also coming into the motion. If it is coming into the motion, then definitely the molecule will be having its own velocity. If it is having the velocity, we can say that that particular molecule is having a kind of energy which is nothing else but it will be having an energy called as kinetic energy. The molecule will be having, if a molecule is in motion, then it will be gaining its velocity. The velocity will be gained. If it is having a velocity, then the kinetic energy is being possessed by the molecule. The molecule will possess the kinetic energy. So now here, this heat whichever has been supplied to this particular system, then the molecules will absorb that heat energy, and because of that one, this entire scenario will be happening. Vibration of the molecules will be taking place, motion of the molecules will be taking place. Because of this motion and vibration, the molecule will be gaining some velocity, and because of the velocity, then the particular molecule will be possessing some kind of energy, and that energy we call it as a kinetic energy. So now here, as the heat energy is increased, more amount of energy will be absorbed by the molecule, and which even results in increase in the velocity, and that also results in increase in the kinetic energy. So we can say that this energy which is right now in the system is called as an internal energy. So now here, the internal energy which is produced in the system is basically now due to first one, due to the kinetic energy. It is due to the kinetic energy. So now let us see what happens if the kinetic energy has been increased. Once if the kinetic energy is increased due to the increase in the temperature, due to the increase in the heat energy, the temperature of the particular system will increase. Why does the temperature increases? We know that whenever a molecule is vibrating or coming into the motion, it is indirectly going through a phase called friction. The friction will be coming into picture. If the friction comes into picture, we know that the temperature of the particular molecule and the in whole, the entire system's temperature will be increased. So if a kinetic energy is increased, it means that the temperature rise will take place. The temperature of a system will rise. Whenever the kinetic energy is increased, the temperature rise of a system will take place. So this is one phase of the internal energy. So now we can understand that the internal energy which is produced in this thermodynamic system is mainly due to the kinetic energy. That is, whenever this kinetic energy increases, the temperature rise of the particular system will take place. So that is one aspect of how the internal energy is produced inside a thermodynamic system. So let us see now the second aspect. In the second way, if you supply the heat energy, to the thermodynamical system, then the molecule, or else we can put it like this, the intermolecular force will be reduced. Why does this intermolecular force are reduced? Whenever the temperature or whenever the energy is absorbed. Whenever the energy is absorbed, what happens? This particular molecules will expand. If that particular molecules have been expanded, then definitely the intermolecular force will decrease. Or else I can make it in this way: whenever the temperature or whenever the energy has been absorbed by the molecules or by the system, the distance between the molecules will increase. This distance increase is nothing else but we can say that due to the increase in the distance, the intermolecular forces between this particular molecules will be reduced. So whenever the energy is absorbed in a system by the molecules, the intermolecular forces will reduce. That is mainly due to the distance or the spacing between the molecules has been increased. So now, if the spacing between the molecules is increased, what does it mean? There is another kind of energy which has been produced. That energy we call it as a potential energy. How can I tell this is a potential energy? How to tell that this one is a potential energy which is now happened due to a decrease in intermolecular forces? we know that by the definition of potential energy is nothing else but it is the energy absorbed by a particular body by the virtue of its position or else by the virtue of its height. So now here the positions have been changed. If the positions have been changed, if the position of the molecules have been changed, the distance between the molecules have been increased. If the distance is increased, what is happening? The positions are changing. Since the position is changed, we can say that now this particular system has possessed a new kind of energy inside the system that is called as a potential energy. That is called as an potential energy. So now what happens? Once the potential energy is increased, let us see what happens. If the potential energy is increased, the next thing which happens is change of state will take place. All these are very important objectives. Whenever the heat is absorbed by the molecules, the kinetic energy is increased. If the kinetic energy is increased, then the rise in temperature will take place. It is an important objective. If the kinetic energy is increased, the rise in temperature of a particular system will take place. And secondly, whenever the energy is absorbed by the molecules, then the intermolecular forces will be decreased. That means that the distance between the molecules has been increased. If the distance has been increased, we can say that the system will be possessing an energy called as a potential energy. If the potential energy is increased, then the change of state will take place. What happens? The next one will be change of state, or the state change will take place. For this one, I want to give you one example. Let me consider one ice cube. If this is my ice cube, this is my thermodynamical system. If this is my thermodynamical system, if I supply the heat energy to this particular thermodynamical system, what happens? On absorption of the heat energy, this particular thermodynamical system will absorb the heat energy, and slowly this ice cube will come into this state. This is liquid form. What has happened here? The solid state has been converted into liquid form. That means the melting has taken place here. The melting process has been taken place. Once the ice cube has absorbed the heat energy, the molecules will be getting affected. That means the position of the molecules will increase. Once the position of the molecule is increased, means what? Here the melting process will be taking place. That means the changing of state has taken place. The change of state has taken place here from solid to liquid. If you still provide some energy, heat energy, this one will become as what? This is a liquid one, liquid state, and next it will go into gaseous state. So now further, what has happened here? A solid has been converted into liquid, then into gaseous state on absorption of the heat energy. So this is called as the change of state. So whenever the potential energy is increased, the change of state will be taking place. If the heat is absorbed by the thermodynamical system, then the kinetic energy will be increased. Due to the increase in kinetic energy, the rise in temperature will take place. And secondly, if the heat is absorbed by the thermodynamical system, the potential energy is also being possessed, because due to the position change, once the position has been changed, the potential energy is being possessed by the system. Due to increase in potential energy, the change of state will be taking place. So by this process, I can conclude that this internal energy, which is denoted by U, is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. The definition of internal energy is the energy possessed by a particular thermodynamical system due to the sum of kinetic energy and the potential energy. So this is a concept about how an internal energy is being formed or being produced in a thermodynamical system. And one more thing I wanted to put it. Coming to this kinetic energy which is being resulted in the molecules is not only due to the vibration of the molecules, it is also due to the translatory motion. If the molecules are moving in a translatory motion, then that is also motion of a particular body. We call it as a kinetic energy. So now here, the kinetic energy which is produced inside a thermodynamical system is not only due to the vibration part, it is also due to translatory motion, and also kinetic energy due to the rotatory motion, and the last one will be the kinetic energy due to vibratory motion. So this is how a kinetic energy has been produced in a system. The kinetic energy in a system has been produced due to translatory motion and due to the rotatory motion and also due to the vibratory motion. So in a whole I can write the internal energy is equal to kinetic energy due to translatory motion plus kinetic energy due to rotatory motion plus kinetic energy due to vibratory motion plus potential energy. So this will become now the new formula if all the different types of kinetic energies are been taken into consideration. Simply we can say internal energy is nothing else but it's the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. But once if you try to specify or try to distinguish this particular kinetic energy, then the formula for internal energy will become internal energy equal to sum of kinetic energy due to translatory motion, kinetic energy due to rotatory motion, kinetic energy due to vibratory motion and potential energy. So this is how the internal energy has been produced in a particular thermodynamic system. Okay, now let us see now, up to now we have studied that internal energy which is produced in this particular system is mainly due to two kinds of energies, that is kinetic energy and the other one is a potential energy. Now let us try to have one question in our mind. If internal energy is produced in a particular system, does that internal energy is produced due to simultaneous happening of the kinetic energy and the potential energy in the system? It means that if the internal energy which is produced in the system, is it happening due to the kinetic energy and potential energy which is happening at the same time? It doesn't mean that. You can put it like this: if internal energy has been produced in a system, can be due to simultaneous happening of kinetic energy and potential energy, or else one kinetic energy happening one time and again potential energy happening another time, or else both happening at the same time. So now I can give one example. Let me take an example of a metal rod or else iron rod. If I take an example of iron rod, the melting point of iron, if this is a block of iron, if it is a block of iron, if I try to supply some heat energy, the melting point of iron is 1638 degrees Celsius. See now, I am supplying this much huge amount of temperature or heat energy to this particular iron rod. If that much huge amount of heat energy is supplied to this iron block, what actually happens here? First, the iron block will be occupying some, or else it will be absorbing the heat energy. It will be absorbing the heat energy means what? If the iron has been absorbed the heat energy, the molecules inside the iron block will be absorbing that heat energy. So once the molecules are absorbed the heat energy, what happens? If the molecules are absorbed the heat energy, then we know that all the molecules will come into motion, or else we can say that the molecules will be vibrating. Once if the heat energy, this much huge amount of heat energy has been absorbed by the iron block, the molecules will be first, it will be absorbing the heat energy. Once the molecules are absorbed the heat energy, we have seen what happens here, how the kinetic energy will be produced. The molecules will absorb the heat energy. Because of that one, first the iron, the kinetic energy comes into picture. But the potential energy comes into picture only when the temperature reaches to this much huge amount. If 16, why? Because all of a sudden you will not be supplying 1638 degrees Celsius of heat energy. Slowly it will be gradually increasing. As the iron block is absorbing the heat energy, the molecules will be absorbing the temperature, and because of that one, the kinetic energy will be coming into picture. Because of if the heat energy is increased simultaneously, once if it reaches to 1638 degrees Celsius, then the melting of this iron will take place. From this one we can understand that the internal energy already before the temperature has reached to 1368 itself, there is some kind of internal energy in this iron block. That internal energy is due to what? Due to the kinetic energy. And once the temperature reaches to 1638, then what happens here? This particular melting of this iron will takes place. Melting of this particular iron will takes place. So this is one example regarding how this happening. So just now we have seen, if I take an iron block, if I supply some 1638 degrees Celsius of heat energy, what happens? The iron block will be absorbing that heat energy. As it absorbs the heat energy, first the molecules will absorb, and the molecules will be coming into two aspects of motion. One is due to the vibration. If the vibration takes place, then the motion will take place. Once the motion has been taken place, the kinetic energy comes into picture. if the how to understand, okay fine, how to understand the kinetic energy of this particular system has increased, or how to understand the internal energy in the particular system is due to the kinetic energy. If you are trying to supply some heat energy to any of the thermodynamic system, in my case it is a iron, then how to understand the kinetic energy has possessed by this system or by this thermodynamic system? Just try to touch it. If you touch this one, what happens? You can sense that heat energy. Your hand will be affected due to that heat. If the hand, you can sense that heat energy, you can say that since the kinetic energy has increased in the thermodynamic system, what happens? The temperature will rise. If the temperature has been raised in the thermodynamic system, we can say that particular system has kinetic energy. And if you go on increasing the temperature at this point of 1638 degrees Celsius, the iron will try to start melting it slowly. If it is starting, if it has started melting, then we can say that if solid is been converted into liquid, we can say that this particular iron has possessed now potential energy. Why do we say the iron has possessed the potential energy? Because the potential energy, if the potential energy is increased in a system, we can say the change of state will take place. So this is how we are supposed to understand the concept of internal energy. We will try to study about the third kind of terminology regarding this concept of thermodynamics. The third one is called as a work. This work is denoted by W, and the change in work done is denoted by delta W. Change in work is denoted by delta W. So see here now, let me consider one cylinder here. Let me consider one cylinder or one container. This particular container is filled with gas, and this container is also having one piston. It is having one piston. So this is my piston with handle. So now this is my container which is having a gas in it. It is a thermodynamic system. This is a thermodynamic system. Now here into this particular thermodynamic system, it is filled with a gas. That is one kind of matter has been filled in this particular thermodynamic system, and onto that particular gas a piston has been connected. How does this piston work? The piston is just like, it is like an airtight material. It's an airtight material which will not allow the gas to move out of that particular container. It will not allow the particular gas to move out of the particular container. So now can you tell what kind of thermodynamic system is this one? A piston has been connected in this particular thermodynamic system, so that the main working condition of piston is to not to allow the gas to leak out of this thermodynamic system. So what kind of thermodynamic system is this one? We have studied about different kinds of thermodynamic systems in the different lectures. So what kind of thermodynamic system this could be? Anyone can answer to me. Yeah, tell me, ma. Yeah, it's a closed thermodynamic system. Good. It is a closed thermodynamic system. Why can I call it as a closed thermodynamic system? Because in the closed thermodynamic system, we have studied that there will be only exchange of heat energy, but the exchange of matter will not take place. Gas is one type of matter. So the gas is not allowed to move out of this thermodynamic system, means you are not trying to exchange the gas out of this particular thermodynamic system. So this one is now a closed thermodynamic system. It is a closed thermodynamic system. Now what I'll do is that I'll try to supply some heat energy. To this particular thermodynamic system. If I supply the heat energy, what happens? The particular molecules will be absorbing the heat energy. Once if they absorb the heat energy, the volume of that particular gas will increase. If the volume has been increased, then these molecules, they don't have any other go in order to escape from that one, so they try to expand. they try to increase in volume. Because of that increase in volume, that increase in volume will act as a force upon the piston. It will act as a force upon the piston. Once if the force has been applied on the piston, what happens? The piston will move in the upward direction. The piston will move in the upward direction in which the force has been applied by the molecules. If that has happened, then the piston comes over here. The piston comes over here, and right from here, earlier the position of gas was only in between these two, but now the position has increased up to here. Okay, now this will be right from here to here, it will be completely filled with a gas molecules. So I can say now this is how a work is being done in a thermodynamic system. What has actually happened here? When you supply some heat energy, then the molecules will absorb the heat energy. Once they absorb the heat energy, the volume of that particular gas has been increased. If the volume is increased, that molecules will try to push this piston in the upward direction. When the piston is being moved in the upward direction, the displacement of a piston takes place. So that's why we can call work done is equal to force into displacement. So that's why I can say the work is being done in this thermodynamical system. It is a work done in the thermodynamical system. Okay, that is one kind of work done. So now this is a case 1. This is case 1. So now case 2. Let me discuss now here the case 2. In the case 2, what I'll try to do is that I'll try to apply the force upon this one. I'll apply a force upon the piston. If I apply the force upon the piston, what happens? The piston will move in the downward direction. As much as I can, I'll apply the force upon the piston. If I apply the force on the piston will move in the downward direction. If it moves in the downward direction, what happens? The gas gets compressed. The gas will be getting compressed. If the gas has been getting compressed, what is actually happening here? A work is been done. A work is been done, and now there are two different kinds of work has been done. In the case 1, it is a work done by the system on the surrounding. It is a work done by the system on the surrounding. Why? Because the molecules inside the gas has expanded, the volume has been increased. If the volume has been increased, what will happen? The piston goes up. Means that the system is trying to do the work on the surrounding. On the surrounding is what? This is a piston. So work is done by the system on the surrounding. That is this first case. So if work is being done in the first case, what happens? Work done by the system, by the thermodynamical system. If work is being done by the thermodynamical system, your W should be taken as positive. The work done will be taken as positive. This is the sign conventions. If the work is being done by the system on the surroundings, then the W should be taken as positive. But in the second case, what is happening? In the second case, from external, from the surrounding, I am trying to apply the force upon the piston. If a force is applied on the piston will move in the downward direction. Let me assume now the piston has come to this position. It means what actually I have done? I tried to compress the gas. If the gas has been compressed, the piston moves in the downward direction. A force has been applied, the displacement of piston has taken place. So this is called as the work done by the surrounding on the system. If the work done on the system, then the work done should be taken as negative. The work done should be considered as negative. So this is what is meant by work done in a particular thermodynamical system. And in the same way, if the heat is absorbed, if the heat energy is absorbed, then Q will be taken as positive. All these are the sign conventions which are very important in order to do the numericals. We should know this kind of sign conventions. So if the heat is absorbed by the system, then Q is taken as positive. If the heat is released by the system, if the heat energy is released by system, then Q should be taken as negative. So all these are very important sign conventions regarding thermodynamical systems. So this is what is meant by work done. This is what is meant by work done by the system and also on the system. If it is by the system, the W will be equal to positive. If it is work done on the system, W will be equal to negative. So these are the concepts regarding what is meant by heat, what is meant by internal energy, and what is meant by work done. which will act as a base content for the first law of thermodynamics. If you want to understand what is meant by the first law of thermodynamics, you should know all these three different concepts: heat, internal energy, and what is meant by work done. Okay, up to now we have seen that the work done is of two types, that is work done by the system. Due to, if it is by the system, it will be work done is equal to positive. If it is work done on the system means what is actually happening here? Work done by the system on the surrounding. If the work is done by the system on the surrounding, the W should be taken as positive. If the work done on the system means what? If the surrounding do some work upon the system, then we should take W equal to negative. And one more thing, how to identify some work is been done, how to identify some work is done in the particular thermodynamic system. If your work has been done, the indicator is that there will be change in volume. The volume will change. The volume will be changing. This is an indicator for the work done. In the internal energy, we have seen that one. If a temperature rises, if a temperature of the particular thermodynamic system rises, we can say that that particular thermodynamic system has possessed the kinetic energy. That is an indicator. If the change of state takes place, then we can say that that internal energy is due to the potential energy which has happened or which has been possessed by the thermodynamic system. All these are the indicators. So in the same way, if work is being done by the thermodynamical system, in order to indicate or in order to identify if any kind of work is being done by the thermodynamical system, then there will be definitely change in state will take place. Sorry, the change in volume will takes place. The change in volume will takes place. So this is an indicator for work is to be done by a system. And one more thing, the internal energy, it's an important objective. The internal energy of a thermodynamical system will depend upon the state change. The internal energy of a thermodynamical system will depend upon the state change, but not on the variables of the state. It will depend on the state change. The internal energy U depends upon state change. That is change of state. The internal energy in a thermodynamical system, it depends upon the state change. It's an important objective regarding your NEET or IIT or any kind of common entrance test